Hey, what's up guys? It's Jonathan here again. I'm coming with a video for software engineers, new grads, maybe you're just getting new into the field, some struggles you're gonna face working from home. So I'm a recent new grad myself, and I just wanna share some of my experiences with you that I feel like can shine light and kind of help your experience of working from home go way better. So the first thing you need to know about working from home, there's gonna be a longer learning curve. Obviously, we're remote and things just take slower to get done. So one of the things is system setup. So I worked at, again, a handful of companies already, or internship wise. You have to get onboarded with your laptop, the software. For some reason, it wouldn't work any faster. Working remote, it's actually just about the same length. If anything, it's a little bit longer. It's because sometimes, again, team members are working from home. Sometimes they're just in back-to-back meetings, which I'll explain later why that's the case. And they just don't have time to do approvals or actually look into the issue for you right away as if in person. Don't get me wrong, it does get done, but just be patient because it may take a little bit longer. So I just don't want you guys to be too surprised when that happens. So another thing that comes with it is that every question you have is going to be a meeting. This is just one of the weird things that I notice working from home. Literally everything that I have, especially if it's a deep question, it's gonna require some time on somebody's calendar. Everybody's pretty busy with their projects and they're more than welcome to help. I'm pretty sure a lot of companies, they're more than welcome to help. But if you have a question, you have to get some time on that person's calendar because they're actually very, very busy individuals. It's all gonna be okay. Do what you need to do to get your answers, your questions answered, and yeah, just keep moving forward. They brought you on for a reason, and yeah, you just might have to do some initiative getting those questions answered. And honestly, some things are just better explained with whiteboards. Now, working remote, sometimes, team members have to go into MS Paint or, break down some diagrams or put something in PowerPoint and just walk you through how everything is connected with one another. I feel like it's just nothing that's ever going to beat that hands-on interaction. Don't get me wrong. People can have notepads and be amazing drawers with their mouses in MS Paint, but sometimes it isn't getting the job done. It isn't getting the concept across, and you just have to be patient in this area. So number 2, distractions are just easier. Man, I can't even tell you, distractions are just easier. Yes, it is, a way to be more productive from home. You don't have the drive to work. You can just get more work done faster and easier. But honestly, distractions are all around. One of my pro tips for getting rid of distractions is just not having my phone near me. It's just so easy to just be in meetings and sometimes, just naturally gravitate towards your phone. Someone texted you, you may be responding to that group chat. Someone may have dropped a super funny tweet in it, and then next thing you know, you're on Twitter and you're scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and you're not knowing what's happening in the meeting. Not to say that I did that before, but I did. Who can I fool? I've definitely done it before, and it can just be really easy, especially for people in our generation when we're kind of built around social media. It's just very easy to get sucked in once you walk through that front door and take those first 2 steps. Throw it in another room, put it on the couch, put it in a box, hide it from yourself, do something. Because I feel like hiding your phone is going to help you be more productive because you're not gonna be distracted by it. There's just so many distractions that can come from your phone alone. And I think just eliminating that, it's gonna help out tremendously. Another point that comes up with distractions is talking with loved ones. I feel like it's just so easy that we're working from home that we can just easily get relaxed and just talk to loved ones. Maybe they're doing something and you're just trying to curious what you're doing. It's just very easy for your flow to get broken more because, again, who has your weakest spot is going to be the people that you love, whether it's your kids, your parents, anything. Yeah, and mainly the tip of advice there for dealing with loved ones, standing with them that, hey, I'm at work and hey, we can possibly talk during this break that I'm scheduling for this time. Make sure you're really communicating with your family or your loved ones that you're working so that they can respect your space. You don't want them to obviously walk in on you every hour and distract you from getting into the flow of your work. Now, don't get me wrong, they're your loved ones, your family comes, again, before everything, and I definitely understand that. Make sure you have that communication with your family saying, hey, I'm at work during this time. If you need anything, I'm going to be on break during this time. I just really want to, just get focused and get this out, especially if you have deadlines coming up. And I know a lot of people with kids, this is especially important because you just don't want your kids bursting in on you when you're having meetings. They're going to be more than happy to work with you in your work schedule. So it all starts with communication. Urge to fight the silence. So this is another big one. Fighting the silence with the wrong resources. So it's very easy, especially like I live by myself in my apartment, and when I'm working, sometimes it can get very quiet around here. And I'm one of those people that you just need something going on, not all the time. Trust me, silence is definitely good because you need to focus and you need to think from time to time, but it can get really weird when you just want to hear it. I think it's just a human interaction or a human desire. Like you just want to hear something just to make sure. Maybe you just want to hear something necessarily alone. Or it's very easy to just kind of put on anything to distract you. I would say know what works for you, but avoid things that you know are going to carry you away. So I know that a great one, it works in specific areas of that. Again, if you're listening up to hype music, it can really work when you're on that grind and you're really getting into it. But sometimes, listening to hype music mixed with the wrong notion, you can just easily get carried away with that music. Not to say that has happened to me as well, but yeah, I personally try just advice for this area, something neutral that works pretty much all the time. For me, it may not work for people because some people prefer not to have words and things they listen to. You can listen to instrumentals; they're pretty good. It just allows you to kind of just feel the groove, feel the vibe. It's not silent. Sometimes listening to music with lyrics, it can kind of get you caught up on I'm singing the words to this song, and next thing you know, you're just more focused on singing the song, then you're kind of getting hype and you're getting into it. There's nothing wrong with that, but if it's happening 24/7 throughout your day, it can really mess with your productivity. Yeah, make sure if the silence does bother you, and it may at some point, make sure you're combating it with the right resources. Know your triggers and don't use them all the time. Use things that are actually going to help you or even get you motivated and hyped up. Yeah, another struggle of working from home is no sunlight. So the company I work at has actually amazing work-life balance, but I feel like just being a new grad and a person that's just coming into the industry, you're wanting to prove yourself. It can just be very easy to get entangled with just the duties of your work. You want to prove yourself, you want to get onto these systems faster, you could get very carried away. And the days actually fly by. Honestly, when you have in those flows, those days can go by super fast. And one thing you can know, you can look out the window, the sun's just coming up. It's about 5 or so o'clock, we're in daylight savings, and boom, the sun is gone. It shouldn't be the case. We should try to combat this in the best way. My first advice for this area is work on the balcony. Work in some area that's gonna expose you to sunlight. Sometimes this can be sitting next to a window. Sometimes just getting those vitamins from the sun are gonna be super amazing to you. Having sunlight, it makes you feel awake in the first place. It can kind of stop those moments of, getting sleepy at your desk, and you just feel more alive because the sun and life is just beating on your skin. I would highly advise that if you can. You don't have to do it every day. I would honestly try to incorporate it in your schedule at least once a week, because you want to make time for, again, the sun to hit your skin and for you to actually feel sunlight and not just see darkness. My second tip for this area, literally go on walks. Whether it's a stroll around your house, apartment, wherever you live at, make sure you go on walks. I know this is so cliche, but it honestly does a lot, because you're gonna be putting yourself outside. You get to see a little bit of sunlight, but at the same time, you can just really free up your mind and disconnect from your work. Honestly, take time for yourself so you can come back to work even better. So that's why I would advise doing those little walks outside wherever you can. It doesn't have to be super long walks. It could be a 5 or 10 minute walk. They really do a lot. And if you really think about it, I know it sounds really cliche and kind of boring, but some of the most influential people in the world actually take walks. Third tip of advice for this area is to get off when you're supposed to, especially when you're being the new person, to at least try to aim to get off when you're supposed to. It is actually pretty beneficial to you to get off at the time that you are assigned to get off. My next tip is that unstructured can lead to disaster. Literally, you not structuring your days can just lead to days that are totally uncontrollable, and you're just going through this deep hole, which is just getting worse and worse, and you're just diving deeper, and next thing you know, you're wasting time, and then you're just scrolling through social media, and you're like, where did my day go, when you see that it's dark outside? That is what kind of can happen in a nutshell if you don't structure your days. Advice in this area is to meal prep. If you do find that the meals that you want to eat, they do take a little bit longer. Working from your bed. So this is another common thing. Just wake up in 2 minutes before work happens, roll over, open up your laptop, start reading emails, getting ready to handle some pull requests. It's very, very easy to do that. And honestly, I feel like it's not the best decision. It's so easy. I know it's so easy, but it is not the best decision. Trust me, guys, because you can really work from anywhere. So I'm just telling you to avoid your bed. Just avoid the bed, guys. Letting time escape you. So I feel like this is such, when you're working on projects, right? You can just easily get caught in this one little bug that you really want to get done, but you know, it's taking a little bit longer than usual. And I feel like it's just so important to have your days structured out. You know when, hey, just in case this does go over, I have something else that I need to get done. So you could just have your day kind of just resolve in more overall wins instead of you getting caught up on this one thing. One of the best ways to do that is to have, you know, your block schedule of time. Now there's honestly some strategies that go into that, and I can make a video on that in the future. And really check yourselves. We honestly have to check ourselves. I understand it's so hard because I know when you make progress in that area, and maybe you just got one part to start working, you just want to dive deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper, but sometimes it's not the best decision. If it doesn't need to be done immediately, leave that small progress that you did and kind of use that as a motivation, like, hey, I made small progress in this. If I come back, hey, I already know I'm at a good point. You're just entering it more excited and even with a clearer mind as well. So it is actually pretty great to context switch and do those block things as an engineer, but it does depend on how your work is prioritized and what you need to do at the moment. All right, so 5, feeling alone. I feel like this is actually pretty easy to come by, especially if you live alone like myself. And this can really apply to anybody. When you're working from home, you're not really having much human interaction, and then even in some cases, depending on your position, you may not be in a lot of meetings, so you just may feel like, whoa, I am literally all alone. And trust me, you are not. Don't think that you are alone. It's very easy to do it because again, all the cases I just said, but just know that you are not alone. That's case number 1, the thought. Just get the thought, boom, throw it out your head. And honestly, just some things to kind of combat this so you don't feel as alone is, and just to feel more connected with your team, is to ask your manager to do a happy hour. During these times, you have to take the initiative so you can have kind of like the best experience possible, but also kind of let the team have the best experience possible. Because again, if you're the new person and these people have been together for so long, sometimes they don't even do happy hours. They weren't even thinking about it. They're just doing the work and pretty much going home. And you being that new scope, you can really bring people together. Hey, let's have a happy hour. I'm a new person, and I feel like it'll be a pretty cool team bonding activity. Happy hour is really just the corporate word for, hey, let's hang out. Like, I'm gonna just be real with you. I can actually schedule it myself and host it. So it could be very simple, from having everybody just come onto, again, a virtual call, and just having a talk. You can have different things planned out. You guys can play games. It's really up to you and what you make it. Having those happy hours with your team can make you feel more part of the team, and it can also help build rapport with your teammates, so you're actually kind of seeing them in a different light than just work, so you can kind of relate to them a little bit easier. Again, it just allows you to meet everybody, especially out of, you know, traditional work. So my second advice for this area for not being lonely is to join organizations. Now, jobs have so many. I'm a person of color, so I'm a part of the Black Employee Resource Group at my company, and it's honestly pretty cool. Me too, again, be around people who look like me in the tech space, especially if you're a minority, is really great because that can almost kind of make you feel even more alone, just being a minority. Like, I'm just keep it $150. Being a minority and having working from home already happen again, it can almost intensify a little bit. I'm in this other one where we actually are, and it's a book clubs, reading these books on professional development, pick other people's minds and brains that about, again, just different things as far as business, leadership, just even like core principles to just having a great personality. This is just really cool. I would just ask your manager about other different organizations that you can join, but definitely consider them because they can make a big difference to you feeling more included at the company and you not feeling alone. So my other point for this area of not feeling alone is maintaining your social life. I feel like this is so important. Still make time to talk to those people that you care about, talk to your friends, talk to, again, to family. It's gonna be really important for you to maintain because, again, this is just work. You still have a life to live, and yeah, I'm pretty sure your friends, even if they graduated or have jobs with you, they're going through the same thing. Still maintaining that social life, giving a call or just doing a little meetup with them. Do that because you still want to maintain a social life, and it can kind of help you like not feel so alone because you can almost feel like, oh, I graduated, I'm kind of being sucked into this vortex of working and all I'm going to do is work. Well, there's more to life than just working, and that actually starts off with friends and family. So make sure you take time for them and still maintain that social life. So yeah, guys, that is pretty much my 5 areas for the struggles of working from home. And this is specifically supposed to be for new grads or someone that is new to the area, just working full-time as a software engineer. But this can apply to everyone. So that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys were able to learn and take something with you. And hopefully you don't have to let these things be struggles for you. I just want to share the advice and wisdom with you guys just from what I've been learning about 5 months of work. I wouldn't want anyone else to fall into those struggles. Let's lift each other up, guys. Thank you so much for watching my video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe below, and let me know what other videos you guys want to be made. All right, guys, I'll see you guys soon.